Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Ashley and this is Martin Midlife Misadventures, and today we're going to flour it up. We are going to make some popovers. I love popovers. I haven't made them in a long time, so I'm super excited. The recipe that I have for these come from my McCall's cookbook here. You see this? This is from 1963, guys. This is one of the best cookbooks I have ever had in my life, okay? And it has an awesome section of dinners and meal ideas for two, cooking just for two people. So if you ever find this McCall's cookbook in a thrift store, pick it up. It's so worth it. It has a little bit of everything. It's kind of like the Betty Crocker cookbook, but in my opinion, even better. Anyway, we're going to double this recipe today because I'm hoping to have some leftovers, so we have some for tomorrow. So let's quit talking about it and let's just make some popovers. All right, friends, here's the original recipe. Popovers for two. 1/2 cup of sifted flour, 1/2 cup of milk, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 egg. We're doubling the recipe, so we need 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of milk, absolutely any kind of milk. If you want to mix up some powdered milk, this happens to be 1% milk. Any kind of milk, including cream, will work for this recipe. 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 2 eggs. That is it. But with popovers, you can leave them plain like that, and when they come out, just put butter on them. But I want to make these sweet because we're going to have them for breakfast. So I'm going to add probably about a tablespoon, maybe 2, to the batter, and that is it. If I wanted them savory, I would add some shredded cheese, herbs, just name it. It'll take on any flavor you want to put in this batter. You need a pan to cook them in. They do make popover pans, but I don't have one. I'm using a large muffin tin pan because it's the only one that fits in my oven. Usually people use regular size muffin pans, but it really doesn't matter because you can make a giant, one huge giant popover, okay? Like I know that in England, they'll make a giant one and then serve a pot roast over the top of it. It's just amazing looking. So don't worry about the size of your pan. Just make sure you're only filling them about halfway filled with batter. You also need something to mix in, and I'm just going to mix directly in my 8-cup measuring cup, but you could dump this all in a blender and zip zip, it'll be all mixed up in no time. Let's get that flour measured out. All right, friends, I've got my oven preheating to 425 degrees. I've added roughly 1/2 teaspoon of Crisco into each of my muffin tins, and now I'm going to stick them inside the oven. We want to get these just sizzling, melted hot, okay? Get those in there, and let's get started. Over here, we have, inside here, I have my salt. I did add a tablespoon of sugar, and my 1 cup of flour, my 1 cup of milk, and my eggs. Let's put the eggs in the milk and whisk them really, really good. All right, now we're going to add this into our flour mixture. See how fluffy I got it? And we are going to stir it until there's no lumps. You don't want it lumpy like pancake batter. You really want this thin, and it is gonna be delicious. There we have it, nice and thin. I mean, thin. Do not let that scare you. Let me check on the muffin tin. All right, I think we can pull this muffin tin out. They're nice and hot and melted. Might have even went a little longer, but that's okay. And now we're going to fill these halfway full. See how they're sizzling? Might have put too much in that first one. Oh, that's a lot too. But I think we have just the perfect amount. Oh, that might be a little... Let me get a spatula and get every bit of that out, because that's going to complete that. Oh, yeah. We'll have one baby one. Now we're going to put this in the oven at 425 for 15 minutes. Then we're going to turn that down to 375 for another 15 minutes. All right, we're 15 minutes in. Look at these, how golden they're getting. I am not going to open the oven. I'm just going to turn the temperature down to 375. That's all I'm going to do. 15 more minutes. Ooh, I think we are about done here. Get them out right away. There we go. They're popping out perfectly. Ooh, hot, hot. All right, here's our popover. Now, had we used a regular size muffin tin, it would have rose a lot taller. But I'm okay with that. Like I said, next time we'll make 5 instead of 6, and we can get more inside. Now, this is hot. Woo! I want to show the inside. Why they call it Yorkshire pudding. See the layers in there? And it's soft. Kind of a little custardy type texture. That's why they also call this Yorkshire pudding. All right, let's put some, you want some butter?
Mm-hmm.
You want some butter, powdered sugar?
It works, whatever you got.
Put a little butter on there.
Maybe one only butter. And one with goodies.
Some powdered sugar. There we go. Now it's working.
I said one only with butter.
Oh, you're probably going to have more. Now at this point, it's almost like a funnel cake.
Oh my goodness.
So, but we're going to add just a little bit of, just a little drizzle, okay, of maple syrup on it. Just a drizzle. Are you ready to try it? Let's do it. Are you ready for a bite?
Oh.
You're probably going to have to use the knife.
Okay.
Hear that crunch?
Ooh. Ooh, that's too big of a bite. Mmm. Let's get a little powdered sugar, a little maple syrup. Mmm. Mmm. I'm glad you made 6.
We probably aren't going to have any tomorrow, huh?
Mm-mm.
We're going to eat them now.
Mmm.
So good, huh?
Mmm.
And they're good just with butter.
You're amazing.
All right, everybody, what do you think about those popovers? They were so good, and I have to tell you something. We ate them all. Every single one of them is gone. We ate them all. We did share a bite of one with the doggy, but they were delicious. That maple syrup and having really good maple syrup makes a difference too. But my goodness, I really hope you will give popovers a try because like I said, you can make them savory also. Put some cheese in the batter, some chives, oh, just name it, garlic. You could do all kinds of things with these popovers. And I realized one thing I didn't tell you. If you make them and you're not ready to serve them right then, down on the base somewhere, poke a little hole in there because you want to let that steam escape from that popover or they're going to collapse on themselves, okay? So make sure if you're not ready to serve them, as soon as they come out, poke a little hole in the side. And I know that mine weren't real long and big, but that's because of the type of pan I used. If you use a standard muffin pan, these are the large muffin pans. They would have been taller, but they still had those layers inside, very custardy, so delicious. All right, everyone, let's continue to flour it up. And creators out there, make a video, put the hashtag flour it up, tag us in it, and we will be happy to add you to our playlist. We are trying to show people all the different ways we can use flour, getting people used to making their own things from scratch, controlling the ingredients, knowing what we're putting in our bodies, and the bonus is it's so much cheaper than buying these items from the store already pre-made, right? So make us a video and we'll add you to the list. And all you creators out there, Miss Ava Kitty, Nene, all of you who continue to make these videos, thank you so very much. Not only do we appreciate it, but the subscribers really appreciate it. So thank you. All right, everybody, give us a thumbs up, subscribe and share, and we are going to be talking to you really soon. God bless you.